In this video, I'm going to teach you how to leverage YouTube to sell online courses. This is a very popular sales funnel that I've been using for several years and that many top instructors use to successfully convert viewers on YouTube to students that paid for their courses. So what I've done is I've created an online YouTube funnel calculator that will tell you exactly how many views do you need to get a year in order to make a specific amount of revenue. So the way it works is you enter the amount that you want to make a year, and then you will get exactly how many views per day, per month, and per year you will have to generate on YouTube to get that amount of revenue. The way it works, all sales funnels, is that at the top of the funnel, you're creating awareness. And YouTube is the perfect environment to do so. You can create content, it's a free platform, and that content gets indexed by search engines, specifically Google, who owns YouTube. And if it's good content, it will get promoted to the top results, and then you'll start generating views. Now, once you've created that awareness, it's up to you to convert those viewers into subscribers, into people that are going to find more about you. And the way you do that is by giving them something in exchange. Traditionally, this will be a lead magnet, a gift, a mini course, a quiz, something that entices them to keep learning about you. Once you've given that gift, you're going to create more desire for them to eventually become customers, which is you're going to educate them through a series of emails that are going to increase trust. As you can see here, you start with low trust and then to high trust. And at the highest trust level, this is when you close the sale. And that would be the goal of your sales funnel, which is where they take action and they end up buying your product, in this case, your online course. Now, if we go back to the calculator, you can see that if you want to generate $10,000 a year selling an online course that is $25, then you'll need to generate about 200,000 views a month. Why? Because traditionally, from my experience, you can convert about 1% of your viewers into people that are going to visit your free gift. And then from there, you're going to get a series of emails that you're going to store on your email marketing software, which could be Convertkit or MailChimp. And then from there, eventually through a sequence, you're going to convert some of those email subscribers into buyers. And a good number is between 2 and 4% of the people that subscribe will buy within a few months, or in this case, let's say a year. So that's 3% in my case. Then you can estimate how many sales you're going to get, and depending on how much you charge per course, in this case, let's say $25, that's exactly the amount that you would get. All right, so let's say that you want to make $100,000 a year. That means you would have to generate 2 million views a month. That seems like a lot, and it is. In fact, only 2 of my videos have generated more than a million views, which means that you would have to create several videos in order for the cumulative amount of views to add up to this amount. So you'll see the top YouTubers, they usually post between once a week to twice a week sometimes, or at least once a month. So the key question is, how do you do this? Is you have to create a lot of content. And if you come down here, you'll see that on step number 8, if you were to create one video, it would have to generate 26 million views a year in order to generate $100,000 in revenue. Or you could create 50 videos, which is one video a week, where every video generates 500,000 views a year. Or if you don't want to have to create that many videos, if you are able to charge more, let's say $297 for your course, basically 10 times more, that means that you will have to generate 2 million views a year, right? If you produce 50 videos a year, that means that each video will have to generate 44,000 views a year, or 3,700 views a month. This is more reasonable, right? So in order for you to increase your revenue, there are many things you can do. Anything that has a yellow background are the parameters that you can change, and therefore you could also improve and optimize in order to make your YouTube sales funnel more profitable. So you can either charge more, or you can become better at email marketing and convert more people, or your landing page where you're giving that email address is people are giving you the email address converts better, or you're better at converting those viewers into people that are going to land on your free gift landing page where you're going to collect their email address, right? So the more you optimize this, the less views you will need to. But these are actually based on numbers that are similar to what I've been seeing in one of my funnels. In my case, I don't sell a course per se, but I sell a monthly subscription, and the average lifetime value of of my students, let's say, is about $50. And right now is generating that funnel, at least for the last 12 months, was $6,500. But how much time have you spent in order to generate that revenue? Because producing videos is very time consuming. What happens is that many people they tell you how much you can generate, but they don't tell you the effort that it takes to generate that revenue. So on YouTube, you have to be very good to get views in the first place. But to get great views, you need great content. And to create great content, it takes a lot of effort. So I'm assuming that every video is going to take you an average of 2 full days, 8 hours a day, so 16 hours to produce. And if you pay yourself $25 per hour, which is a reasonable amount, not that much, that would mean that it would take you $400 of your own time to produce each video. If you produce 10 videos, that would be $4,000 of your labor a year to generate, in my case, $6,500. So the profit is not that much, really. Now, this calculator that you can download on the link that you'll see on the description, it also has a nifty feature that explains what these numbers mean. And so if you read this, in this case, to make $6,500 a year selling your course for $50, you'll need to sell 11 courses a month. And based on a list conversion rate of 3%, you'll need to gain 361 new subscribers a month. If your opt-in page converts at 50%, then you would need to drive 24 visits a day to it. So from your YouTube channel, you have to send 24 people a day in order to generate this amount of money a year. Revenue, not profit. So if, let's say you want to get to the $1,000 a month, so that would be $12,000 a year. Now you have to drive 44 visits a day to that landing page where you're going to collect their email address. Another way to explain this calculator is already written here. Is that to make $12,000 a year, so that's $1,000 per month on YouTube, to driving your students to a $50 online course, you'll need to get at least 1.6 million views a year on your channel, providing your videos drive 1% of your viewers to a landing page that converts 50% into email subscribers, and that you can convert, again, 3% of those subscribers into paying customers. And again, the more videos that you produce a year, the less profitable is going to be your funnel, because you have to spend that time to produce that great content, but the easier will be for you to reach that amount of views. So if you produce 50 videos a year, in this case, you would need to generate 32,000 views per video per year instead of 1.6 million views if you were to produce one video only. All right. Okay, so this is the fun part. I'm going to show you exactly how this funnel looks in my case. And so right now, the revenue from last year that I generated from this specific funnel was $6,500. And that means that in order for me to generate this amount of revenue, my YouTube channel should get about 2,300 views a day. So let's go step by step to see where you would get this data from. The first data you would get from is to see how many opt-ins visits a day you're getting from YouTube. In my case, I'm using Clickfunnels to collect email addresses. So if we go to the landing page, I'm taking people from my YouTube channel to this landing page. And if I go to the Clickfunnels stats, we can see here in the last month, I generated 1,100 visits. Okay. Okay, so that was 722 that is calculated. So, roughly. Oh, and I collected 502 emails in a month, and I should have collected 361. The conversion rate was 44% instead of, so let's change that to 44%. and the emails capture should be 361. And now we can see that they were exactly 500, so that's actually better. The last month was better than usual. The next thing we're going to see is how many people we converted to paying customers. And a way to do that in Convertkit is you can actually tag people that have bought from you. So if we go here, we can see that last year, all buyers is 362 buyers from 8,000 subscribers. And we'll be able to see the conversion. Let's bring the calculator here. Clear, and we can go and 362 divided by 8,031. The conversion is 4.5. Actually, it's a better conversion rate than the average. I mean, these are different funnels working together. So that if you were working with several funnels, you would have to track every single funnel. So this is the combination of multiple funnels. Some funnels are working better than others, right? But on the average, we could say this about 4%, which is actually pretty good. So we could adjust that here. Okay. And the course price it's actually a monthly subscription. It could be, it depends, but I think people stay about 2 months, which is not really good. I have to improve that. So let's say that I'm charging $19.99, so that's $20 a month, $40. And you could see how many sales you're generating a year, because I'm charging through Stripe and PayPal. So the PayPal sales are not here, but the Stripe sales are here, and it says $6,500 US in the last 12 months. Okay. And I also have a little thing here is that you can calculate how many dollars you're getting per 1,000 views on YouTube, just to have an idea, which is a lot more than you would ever get with YouTube ads. Although, as you can see, I'm monetizing my channel in the last 28 days. This is a very good month, by the way. I made $1,000 just on YouTube ads. So if you're really a really good YouTuber, most YouTubers actually don't have that much many products that they can sell on the side. They may have a Patreon account that people can donate money. If they don't want to put too many ads, they can just monetize it away, or you can monetize it right through ads. For that, you need a lot of views. Now you can see that I got 135,000 views in the last 28 days. This is not normal, right? Slightly higher than usual. And I was able to monetize them just because of this specific content. It monetizes better than other content. I have a different channel with millions of views, with a video with over 41 million views that is monetizing 10 or 20 times less. So you're getting, per million views, I'm getting less than $500. And here, per million views, I would get, maybe up to $5,000, which is ridiculously high. Now, you can also see how many views per day I'm getting on the average. You see it's increasing. It's been increased, but definitely it's over 2,000 views per day. So we see that in order to generate this amount of money, I would have to generate 2,500 views a day, but I'm generating an average of 4,000. So really, by the end of this year, the revenue should be higher with these numbers. So I could generate double the revenue this year based on these numbers, right? Because right now, if I go to the stats, 4,800 views per day, 5,000 views per day here, and that's about what we can see with this calculator, and that's exactly the amount of money that I could make this year. In a sense, this is everything that you need in order to calculate how many views do you need in order to generate X amount of money. And of course, it's up to you to make sure these numbers are better. So I could charge more for my courses, but that would mean that probably the conversion from my email list to buyers would be lower. But overall, this will give you a very realistic idea of the amount of effort and revenue that you can generate through YouTube. And of course, there's so many more things that you will need to learn if you're very new to this, which is, okay, where do you host your online courses? How do you optimize your YouTube channel for conversions? How do you create a high converting landing page? What kind of gifts do you give in order for people to have an incentive to give you the email address? How do you create an email sequence? What emails should you send? How often, etc. There's so many. Basically, for every single step on this funnel, there is a potential course and many hours of research. but at least this will give you an overall idea of what it takes to build a YouTube channel. And of course, over time, you can improve it and start making more money through it. So again, if you want to download or make a copy of this calculator, you can go to this link. It's also in the description. I also put links to the tools that you need in order to build all these parts of this YouTube funnel. And there is a section on the spreadsheet that you can make a copy of, where with a link to what I'm using to grow my funnel, which is a group, a link to my online school. I'm going to click on this link so you can see exactly what it looks like, where you would get a full free month of all my courses, where I teach you how to create online courses, how to run an online business, how to start an email list, basically everything that you need in order to build a funnel. Whether you're self-hosting on a platform like Thinkific or Teachable, or whether you're using a marketplace like Udemy or Skillshare. And I'm sure that you'll enjoy it. And you get a full free month, which will give you a chance to watch most of the courses for free, which is not bad. And that's it. If you like this video and you want to see more like this, you know what to do. They say, right? You should subscribe and like the video and click the bell button so you get notified when the next tutorial is available. And if you have any questions, you can write them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching.